coming off the cloud?
Yes.
What do you see?
Soft grass.
Okay. What else?
It's a field.
Okay. Look at your feet. Are you wearing anything?
Sandals.
Okay. Look at your legs. Are you wearing anything on them?
Robe.
Okay. Do you have anything in your hands?
I don't think so.
Okay. Are you wearing any jewelry or ornamentation on your hands?
No.
Okay. Are you male or female?
Male.
Okay. Old or young?
Young.
Okay. Look around. Is there anyone around you?
No.
Okay. So you're in this field. Are you going somewhere?
I'm just enjoying the warmth of the wind and solitude.
Okay. Do you see any buildings?
No, it's an open space.
Okay. Are you on some sort of path? How did you get there?
Came from light.
Okay. And where are you going?
I'm receiving information.
Okay. From where?
From light.
Okay. And how do you do that?
I look up.
Okay. So when you look up, what do you see in the sky?
Everything.
Describe it.
There's everything beyond the clouds.
Okay. What is...
I am here to bring down knowledge of love.
Okay. So let's move forward just a little bit to get somewhere, wherever you're going, and now you're there. What's going on?
I'm in town,
Okay.
like a village.
Describe it.
It has dirt roads. I'm not sure how old I am.
That's okay. What do the buildings look like?
They're low to the ground. Kind of like mud, and I don't know what you call them.
And what are the roof made out of?
Wood.
Okay. And are there people in this town?
Yes, there are people here.
Oh. And do they look like you?
Yes.
Okay. Can you describe one of them to me?
There is a girl.
Okay.
There are wagons.
And what color is the girl's hair?
Dark brown.
Okay. And what is she wearing?
She's wearing a robe. It is cinched at the waist.
Okay. What color is it?
Natural colors of brown Muslims.
Okay. And what is it that's holding it at the waist?
I think it's leather.
Okay. Is there any jewelry or ornamentation on this robe?
No.
Okay. Is she wearing anything on her hands or on her head?
No.
Okay. And these wagons, what are they being pulled by?
Mules, I think.
Okay. All right. And this girl, is she with somebody?
Her father.
Okay. And what relationship are you to these two people?
Friends.
Okay.
They're friends.
All right. So, do you live near them, or you see them somewhere else?
We live in the same village.
Okay. And her father, what is he wearing?
Similar dress.
Okay.
We are not fancy.
Okay. So, why are you in that town?
I think I'm walking home.
Okay. So let's move from that to you're at home now, and you finished your walk. What's going on?
Chickens are scattering.
Why?
No. Mom's out washing, doing some washing.
Okay. And what does she look like?
She wears the muslin dress, and she has dark hair, long dark hair.
Okay. What color's your skin?
Kind of dark, olive complexion.
Okay. And her face? What does that look like?
She's pretty to me.
Okay. And what color are her eyes?
Brown.
Okay. What are they shaped like?
Almond shape.
Okay. Do they... All right.
They are warm.
Okay. And you said she was doing laundry?
She's doing wash, something with a bucket.
Okay. And when she's done washing, what does she do? Does she hang them up, or?
Yes.
Okay. So you can see a bunch of clothes hanging from something?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do they all look the same, these robes you're talking about?
Yes.
Okay. So everybody wears the same thing?
Yep, we do.
Okay. What does your house look like?
It's made of sturdy material. Looks like a composite of some kind of cement-made mixture that creates a concrete. It is square with a low fence around the outside.
Okay. And how do you get inside this house?
Go in through the opening in the front.
Okay. Does anything close the opening or anything to keep the wind out?
Yeah, there's a wooden door.
Oh, okay. All right. And how does this door close and stay secure?
There's a latch.
And what's that latch made out of?
Forged. Oh.
So a metal?
No. Oh. It's a wood. It's formed wood.
Oh, okay. All right. Let's move to the room that you sleep in. Tell me about that.
I don't really have a room.
Oh, where do you sleep?
Oh, I sleep in the corner by the window.
Oh, okay. Everybody?
No, mother and father. I think they have a separate sleeping compartment
Oh, okay.
room.
And what does the thing you sleep on look like?
I think it's some kind of covered straw. Bound straw.
Okay. Is it comfortable?
It's what we're used to.
Okay. And do you have something you cover up with at night?
Mother weaves, so we have the woven threads.
And you cover yourself with those at night if you get cold?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Is there anything around your bed, anything you consider important or precious to you?
Mother and father.
Okay. All right. Let's move to a time where you're all sitting at the eating a meal together. And now you're there. Describe it.
It's a small table.
Okay. What does that look like?
It's wood
All right.
with wooden stool. Father made them.
Okay.
And some bread. We're having some kind of leavened bread.
Okay. And what else?
I'm not sure, a grain of some sort.
Okay. Has it been cooked? Is it raw?
It's not green. I don't know what it is.
And how are you eating this?
With our hands.
Okay. Is there any kind of utensils or plates or anything?
It's a bowl.
Okay.
Bowls.
And what are they made out of?
I'm going to say wood.
Okay. And from where you're sitting, can you see where the kitchen is, where things are cooked on? What does that look like?
I think things are cooked outside.
Oh, okay. And as you're eating this meal, who's sitting around the table with you?
Mother, father.
Anyone else?
Three of us.
Okay. And when it gets dark, do you have anything to light up the darkness?
No, we usually go to sleep.
Okay. So what happens if you need to see something in the dark? What do you do?
I guess our eyes adjust to the light, to the lighting.
Okay. You said there was a window over your bed. Is there anything covering this opening that's a window?
No.
Okay. All right. Is there anything else about the house that you'd like to describe?
The floors are straw.
Okay.
There's a fireplace. There's not really too much to it.
Okay. All right. So let's leave that scene and move forward in this lifetime to a time where something important that you think is important is happening in this lifetime. And now you're there. What's going on?
I'm taken to a temple.
Okay. What does that temple look like?
It has a lot of stairs.
Okay.
Where Mother and Father, we are going up these stairs.
Okay.
It's like a marketplace.
Oh, okay.
People trading, and there's a lot of commotion. Someone is talking with people watching them.
What are they saying?
I don't know, I can't hear them.
Okay. And what are they dressed like?
They're kind of dressed like us.
Okay. And the people that are listening to them, what are they gathering around this person or something?
Yes.
Okay. And where are you and your family headed?
We have to pay some coin.
For what?
I don't know.
Okay. Can you see the coins?
It's in a pouch.
Okay. What else do you see?
I think it goes to the capital.
Oh, okay. Does everyone have to pay this?
There are people lined up.
Oh, okay. Everyone's lined up to pay like you are?
Not everyone. Some are selling and trading goods. Some are collecting coin. There are children. I guess they're being... they're in schooling. It's just a busy marketplace.
Okay. The people that are selling things, what are they selling?
Some have woven blankets. Some have livestock.
What kind of
Some have musical instrument.
Okay. When you say livestock, what kind of animals are we talking about here?
Sheep.
Okay.
Goat. Those are like the animal of the time.
Okay, that's all right. All right, let's move forward just a touch to where your father is paying. whatever he's paying. Tell me about that. What's going on there?
Well, he stands in front of me. I can't really hear what he says.
Okay.
But he pays in that pouch. I'm trying to see if he gets a paper. No, I guess they just write him down on paper.
That he paid whatever it was he had to pay?
Yes.
So from your perspective, is your father bigger than you?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So about where does your head reach on your father?
My head probably reaches his... well, above his waist.
Okay. So you're still little?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So after your father pays, then what happens?
We go, and they greet other people there and talk, and then we journey back.
Back where?
Back to the village.
Okay. All right. Anything else?
Not there, no.
Okay. So let's leave that scene and again move forward in this lifetime that you're viewing to an important time that you consider important in that lifetime. And now you're there. What's going on?
There are people around water. And there is a boy man.
Okay.
He is talking to people.
What's he saying?
He wants to bathe them in the light.
Okay. And what does that process look like?
He is putting God into them.
How does he do that?
He holds them and gives love energetically. And puts his hand on their forehead. And then he backs them up into the water. And they go under and come up.
Okay. And you're watching this occur?
Yes, I am caught up in the excitement of the people.
Okay. And after this process, the person that had this done to them, how do they respond? What do they do?
They were jubilant.
Okay. Is there any physical manifestations associated with this process that you can see?
Joy and happiness.
Okay. Of the people involved?
Yes, they were all.
Okay.
They're all in the love light of God, God Father, God Mother.
Okay. And are you here to participate in this process?
I want to.
Okay. Are you waiting for your turn?
Yes and no.
Why no?
I guess I could walk through and walk right in and take a place.
Oh, you mean like just walk right up there?
Yeah.
Okay. And do you?
No, I want to let the others have their time.
Okay. And this person that's performing this ceremony, do you know who it is?
It's John.
John who?
John the Baptist.
Oh, okay. And how do you know that?
Father told me.
Oh, okay. Is your father there with you?
Not the land father.
Okay. So, do you eventually engage in the process?
I do. I go in
Okay.
and we bond. There's an electric energy that flows between us.
And that's during this process?
Yes, it's like we are lifted.
So describe the process of what occurs as he places his hands on you and all of that. Describe what that felt like.
It was like an electrical charge going between us, where we actually lifted out of our bodies and became one.
Wow, okay.
The light came down and embraced us. As I went through the process and under the water, a charge came up from the water, and a charge came down from the heavens.
And did this feel like getting shocked, or?
It moved throughout the crowd.
Oh. So is this the normal process, or is this something different?
I think this is something different.
Okay. So, after this occurs, what's the reaction?
I feel everything.
Okay. And does John know that something different happened?
Yes.
And what does he say?
This is love.
Okay. Does he have anything to say to you specifically?
He called me my brother.
Okay.
And he is my brother. As all in that crowd are my brothers and sisters.
Okay.
We all have that common energy that is flowing.
All right. And what happens next?
I don't know, it's like a vortex of love and, I guess, drive. Drive is the word. I am driven, and even though John has experienced this power, he is also scared of the power.
Why is that? Why is he scared?
He's not sure of the of what will become of having that power.
The power that happened when he immersed you in the water?
Yes.
Okay. But now he knows that you both have it?
Yes.
Okay. So let's move forward just a little bit. What happens with this power?
He is cautioned to be careful with it.
By who?
Inner knowing.
Okay. And what can this power do?
This power changes everything.
Okay. So now that you have the power, what do you do with it?
I am driven to travel.
All right. Where do you go?
I leave home and I start traveling east.
And
I meet people along the way.
okay. And these people that you meet, what occurs between you and them?
At first, casual speak and exchange of niceties and what they think about how things are in their time.
Okay. And what's the general consensus of how things are in the time?
They're scared.
Of what?
They're scared of the capital.
And what is the capital?
I guess the king.
Okay. All right. So you're traveling east. Do you have a destination?
I go where I'm pushed to go.
What's pushing you?
My father.
Your father, who you were at the market, at the temple with coins?
No. Father above.
Oh, okay. Okay. So there's an inner guidance guiding you?
Yes.
Okay.
A pillar.
Okay. So let's move forward in that lifetime just a little bit to where something important is happening. And now you're there. What's going on?
I meet the boys in the boat.
What boys in a boat?
Peter.
And who else?
He is trying to catch fish.
What does the boat look like?
It's wooden.
Okay. What is he fishing with?
nets.
Oh, okay. And you said there were more than one person in the boat. Who else is in the boat?
No, there's only one in the boat. There's others about. There are others on the shore.
Okay. So then what happens?
He is frustrated.
Why?
There are no fish to catch.
Okay. Are you having a conversation with him?
I am sending a message to him.
How are you doing that?
Through thought.
Oh. And what happens when you do that?
He wonders. He looks up. I smile at him. I tell him I will help him catch fish.
And how are you going to do that?
Manifest it.
Okay. And then what happens?
He does not believe, but I ask him if he trusted me and followed me, I would fill his boat with fish.
So now, why are you asking people to trust in you and follow you?
It is the push.
The push from what?
To recruit.
Why are you recruiting people?
It is why I am here.
Okay. So what happens after that?
He agrees, and I bring forth the fish. So many fish that he cannot catch them all.
Okay. So these fish, how do they appear?
They jump out of the water.
Where do they go when they jump out of the water?
Well, they jump into the nets, and the nets get pulled into the boat.
Okay.
And the boat gets pulled up to the shore. And other people collect the fish as well.
Okay. And
so there is a bounty of fish.
And as a result of that, what happens?
I have fellowship.
Okay. So, all of these people that are around you, what happens? Do you talk to them? Do they talk to you? What's the conversation here?
They talk to me.
Okay. What do they say?
They are surprised and awed. They are not sure.
And what do you tell them?
Follow me, and I will show you the way.
Okay. And how are you going to do that?
They will just follow.
Okay. Is there anything else about that scene you would like to describe?
No, that scene is complete.
Okay. So let's move forward in that lifetime again to where something else important is happening in that lifetime. And now you're there. Describe it.
Seems like I'm in the desert, away from town. I stand on a rock formation.
Okay.
People have followed me. They listen to my riddles. They don't understand them.
What are your riddles?
They are parables. They are hints on how to make their lives better. But you see, we can't give them the full answer because in their game they need to follow these hints.
Why is that?
They need to experience the information for themselves. That we cannot give them everything they need.
Why not?
That would make the experience boring.
Well, it would help them find their path.
Yeah, it would. But none of them are to have an easy path. That's what makes the experience.
Okay. So you're saying an easy path is not an experience?
They can have an easy path if they choose the right path.
Okay, so an easy path is the right path.
Not necessarily.
Okay.
How does one soul evolve if they don't experience all of the different emotions and pains and struggles? How do they love? How do they emote?
Why?
How do they give to one another? How do they share bread and fish?
Well, hate is obviously an emotion too.
And it is, and those are surrounding us, and we will try to adjust that in love, but it is hard.
Okay. Now, how do you adjust hate with love?
Make them believe.
Okay. So these riddles that you're sharing on this rock in the desert, what do they sound like? You can hear them clearly. What are you saying?
Well, to trust in oneself, to believe of a higher love and good, to be the best that you can be, even if you think that you are not worth anything, you are worth something. Contribute. Community. Habitat and love. Share what you have.
And
Be in the light, be in the love. Love and forgiveness, even your enemies. We were all put here for a reason, to play a role, to be in that experience, to give other experiences.
And these riddles that you are telling these people, like this one you're sharing, where is this coming from?
It was given to me.
How? Describe it.
God's mother, godmother, godfather's way.
Okay. So what's that experience as these messages are coming to you? How do you receive them? What's that experience like?
These are channeled.
Okay. So like you hear the message in your mind, like someone speaking?
Yes.
Okay. And then your job is what? To share?
Deliver the message.
Okay.
Deliver the riddle.
Okay. And why do you think you're in this desert, on this rock?
It is safe here.
What
It is dangerous in the temple. It is dangerous in the city.
Why?
There are capital groups that are not only that will hurt us, but will hurt the whole village.
Why would they do that?
They do not love. They do not share. They are of only oneself, of greed, of gold, of power.
But what have you done to make them focus their attention on you?
I have not done anything yet.
So why are you afraid to be in the village, in the temples?
I bring the people away from the dangerous places, so they will feel safe.
Okay. And as you're standing on this rock looking around, how many people are there?
I think 22.
Okay. So there's a decent crowd.
Yes. They have children too with them.
Okay. And they've all come for your message?
And to be in the light.
Okay. And is this like an experiential thing for them when they get near you or something? This light?
Yes.
Okay. And how does that impact them?
The crowd?
Yes. How are you sharing your light with them? How does that process work?
It brings them joy and safety. The children laugh. We share stories. They are eager to learn.
Okay. So this place where you are, is it a village, or have you built places to eat and sleep? And
We just sleep outside.
okay.
We're kind of what you call gypsies.
Okay.
We didn't have anything in the way of accommodations. It was the way it was.
Okay. It's all right. So this person, John, that you met at the river, is he part of this crowd?
No.
Okay, so he continued to do whatever it was he was doing.
He was continuing with his congregation.
Okay.
But he was getting into some trouble. He needed to be quiet, and he did not know how to be quiet.
Oh, so what happened with him?
He got in trouble.
Okay, so anything else about that scene you want to describe?
He was jailed,
Okay.
persecuted for his teachings and beliefs. And that was the beginning of the problems.
Okay.
And he was beheaded.
All right. And based upon where you are in the desert still at the moment and when that occurred, what's the time frame there? I mean, did that happen before you went to the desert or after?
Before.
Okay. All right. So that's part of the reason why you're not in the cities?
I was told to take it to outskirts. That is not the word, but outlying areas where it was safer. So the people would feel safer.
Okay. And this bringing the light that you're doing, why is that important?
It's very important. All these drives and pushes and channels are for mankind and womankind to help them navigate the terrain of good and evil.
Okay. And this light is helping that process by showing the one side?
Yes.
Okay. And
we start our mission with those that follow and believe, disciples, and then we take in the unwanted and the diseased, and I'll take in thieves, beggars, those that I can make understand the word of our God.
And these are those words that are being channeled to you?
Yes.
Okay, all right. So let's move forward again in that lifetime to another time where something important is happening. And now you're there. What's going on?
My mission and followers have grown.
Okay. What else is going on?
We are we continue to talk. We are under some trees and sharing some bread and laughing and sharing stories.
And is the group larger now than it was before when you were on that rock?
No, not as many. These are more a select few that enjoy the word, that are studying.
Okay. And studying these messages that you're bringing forward?
Yes. And bathing in the light and the energy. And these are my people.
Okay. And these messages that you're bringing forward, have they grown now? There's more of them?
They are. But there's also an awareness of the preachings, of the lectures, and we are still in a nomad traveling capacity.
Okay. So you called them preachings. Why did you call them that?
I guess that's what they would call them.
Okay. And that's what, standing up on the rock and just talking to people?
Correct.
Okay. All right, so what's happening underneath these trees? What's the important part of this scene that we're here for?
I'm talking with Mary and Martha, Lazarus.
Okay. What is the conversation?
Just really jovial and lighthearted, not really anything too much. I enjoy their company.
Okay. Anything else about that scene you want to describe?
It's late afternoon. It's hot and arid.
Okay. Let's do this. Look at Mary and describe her for me.
She is pretty.
In what way?
Energetically. There's a connect.
So you're saying you can feel her energy?
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel comfortable and safe with her.
All right.
She is funny. And she is very wise.
Huh?
Sometimes I think she knows more than me.
Because
like from a different place.
Say that again?
She's from a different place.
Oh, okay. All right.
I like her laugh.
Okay. What color is her hair?
It's kind of like, not light brown. Darker brown. No. I can't describe it. Brownish gold.
Okay. And what about the other two? You said there were two other people there you were talking to.
Your sister, Martha.
Okay.
She is smart too.
Do they look the same?
No.
Okay. And the third person?
That is the brother.
All right.
He is my good friend. He is my brother.
Okay. So the three of them decided to follow you?
Oh, there are others there under the tree.
Okay.
But I am in conversation with them. The others sit and laugh, and it's kind of a lighthearted afternoon.
Okay. All right. So these channelings that you're getting, are you writing them down anywhere or anything?
No.
Okay. You just, when they come to you, you speak them?
Papyrus quilling. I don't begin quilling. It is not written, it is channeled.
Okay. Okay, so anything else about that scene you'd like to describe?
No.
Okay.
That one is complete.
Okay. So let's once again leave that scene and move forward in that lifetime to another moment that's important in that lifetime. And now you're there. What's going on?
It's more intense.
Okay. What's going on?
I am going along the sideways or roads of the countryside, and I am faced with people in need.
And what do you do?
I need to heal them.
And how do you do that?
I place my hand on their forehead and I look up. And I ask God aboving to help me. To help me to heal.
And then what happens?
And then the healing begins.
Describe that to me. What is that process? How does that work?
It comes through a disc. There are ones given to me to go through the top of my head into my third eye, into my throat, into my heart, down through my arms into my hands, back up into my arms, into my heart, expanding, 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 pushing out, pulling in, pushing out, pulling in, pushing out, pulling down through the solar plexus, through the sacral chakra, through the root chakra, down the legs, out through the feet into the ground, rooting earth to above, creating a healing frequency. This comes out through my hands. And when I place my hands over the areas which seems to know where to go, the areas are healed. It spirals up the body, up the top of the crown, and shoots out of the crown into the universe to be completely destroyed. Healing then comes in through the crown and goes into all the areas of the body that needs that light, that healing, that love, that suture, filling, 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 filling. Then that love surrounds the heart sacral, sacred sac, and pushes out and pushes out and pulls in and pulls in and pushes out and pushes out and pulls in and pulls in, and we are one. The love goes out. It is amazing.
And you do this with everyone?
All that needs it.
Okay. So you said you were walking and you found these people in need. You just randomly stumble upon them, or are they there, or what?
They are outcasts.
Okay. And you're just wandering by and they're in need, so you help them?
Yes, I was pushed to help them, and I didn't know how, and I was relieved to receive the knowledge and the gift of the healing.
Okay. So this outlying path that you're walking, let's move forward to wherever it is you're going. And now you're there. What's going on?
It's a big area, and people are coming. It is by the sea. No. Desert. Few trees around. People are coming.
What are they coming for?
The miracle.
What miracle?
Miracle of healing. Of creating. Of the energy, of the light. To be in that
And who's providing
area. God, Mother, Father.
that? Okay. Just to like this area in general, it's just going to shine down, or?
It's shining down. And I am with my disciples, apostles, we have bread and some fish. The fish and the bread appear.
From where?
Well, there's no water. And there's no place to make the bread. There's a basket of bread and a basket of fish.
And where'd it come from?
It was provided.
So
It was just there. We do not ask the miracles when they come in. There was thousands of people hungry.
So your experience of this was you looked at this spot and there was nothing, and then you turned away, and when you looked back there was this stuff?
Yes.
Okay. And what did you do when that occurred?
I looked out over the people and to my apostles. And I manifested more fish and more bread to feed everyone. And so it was.
So when you say you manifested more bread and fish, walk me through that process like you did the healing. How does that occur?
I focused the intent on multiplying, much like cells, taking these few cells that I have and multiplying them. I do this in my mind, and I divide and multiply. I divide and multiply. I divide and multiply. And so on, and so on, and so on. And more, and more, and more become.
Okay.
And are becoming. To be becomed, and then to give everyone nourishment.
And are people watching you do this?
They are watching.
And what is it that they're seeing? They're seeing just this stuff just appearing, or?
They see a pillar of light come down. It is a white pillar of light, and it covers me, almost like I'm on stage and a curtain falls. It is diamond lighting, fractals, prisms.
Okay. And that's where this stuff appears?
And that is how it manufactures. And then the glit disappears. It moves off like a fog, kind of lifting and drifting, lifting and drifting.
And that's when
And I believe that those that are watching me are put into a state of their memories are blocked. They are taken out of that space, out of that timeline for the moments that this happens. And then they are brought back in. It is hard to explain this, but this has happened time and time again, as sometimes the world needs to collect the beings and start all over again because it is not as it is to be of all that is. So they kind of remove them, put them into a space. The magic happens. I don't know why I say that, but it makes me giggle. And then they come back. And when they come back, and after the fog and the glit is removed, they see bread for everyone. They don't see the bread basket with 2 loaves of bread, or the basket of fish with two fish in it. They only see the abundance. My father, mother, they're very, very good at that. They're very good.
Okay.
Although good is not a word we use. The word would be glory. Glory on high. For they want to take care of all of their children as their children go on their path of experience. Because their children are part of them, but the children need to learn, be it through good experience or bad experience, but to know that all is well, either path.
Okay.
All is accepted.
Okay, but you're in the process of showing the good path to these people.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So after everyone eats and they've seen this miracle happen, what happens after that?
We walk. We walk through the crowds and we bless them. I heal who needs to be healed. I put my hands on their heads and they part, creating a road for me and my followers. And we begin our journeys.
Okay.
Although, when you have large crowds like this, there are some that are betrayers. I guess that's why that good and the bad was added. Yes, I see. They go back to capital.
And then what happens?
Oh. Then they are aware of me and my preachings, if you want to call it that. So yes, the time gets intense. And we must figure how we go about it.
Okay.
Do we hide? Or do we go?
All right. And what do you decide?
We don't go yet.
Okay. So what happens?
I think I am removed. Spiritually, much like the fog and the people, I am lifted.
You mean in your body?
Yeah, in time and space. Oh. I have some challenging events to attend to. In the high desert.
Okay. Describe those.
It kind of seems like a mountainous area, but I guess they're just rock formations. Caves? No. Jutting rocks. There is no food, no water.
Okay. What are you doing there?
I am walking in the desert.
By yourself?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's very hot and I'm very dizzy. I don't have any balance, really. I'm very hungry.
Why don't you just manifest some bread and fish?
I can't do that.
Why not?
I'm in a game.
I don't understand. You did it in the crowd. You can't do it now?
I'm not in that timeline.
Oh, you moved. So when you said you were taken up, you were physically taken out of that timeline and put somewhere else?
I'm in another dimension.
Okay, all right, okay. I'm following now. So what are you doing there?
I have to there are trials. I'm looking for water.
Okay.
But no water's given. Keep asking Mother, Father, God for the water. I get no. You must do this. So I am climbing the dunes. I don't have much strength. I've been here for 3 days in this timeline.
Just walking and climbing?
I'm laying on the sand now. It burns. My lips are parched. My ribs stick out.
And why are you being tested like this? What is the test for?
Negative polarity.
You're being tested for it, or it's doing it to you?
Some call it the devil. Some call it the beast. Let's call it the beast.
Okay.
He gives me choices. He, it, whatever.
And what are those choices?
Well, he could have everything. I could have everything that I ever wanted. Food, water, gold, women, kingdoms. Anything I want. All I need to do is give him my soul.
What's he going to do with it?
Once he gets it, I don't get it back.
Why?
I'll be damned if he's going to get it.
What is the point of him taking it? What does he do with it?
If he gets my soul, I'm under his drive. I lose my Mother, Father, God. That is not going to happen.
Does this beast thing have a physical presence?
It's very large.
Okay. Can you describe it?
It's 3 times the size as I am, although I'm small, man.
What else? What else does it look like?
Oh, I would say it's about 14 feet tall.
Okay.
It's gray. Gray-green.
Okay.
Kind of a chalky white in the face.
What does the face look like?
Lizard.
Okay.
Red eyes.
And the mouth? Teeth?
Slit. Nose is slits. Ears, holes. There's no horns. It's muscular because it likes to manifest itself like that. I don't know if it really is. I don't even know if it's really a form or a figure. I feel like it's just an energy that can project itself to be larger and have some kind of humanoid form.
Okay.
Has gills.
That's interesting.
Scaly legs.
What kind of feet?
I want to say like Italians. Like claws.
Okay.
The hands have 4 fingers. They're gray with long claws, like Italians.
Okay. And on its back, what's its back look like?
I'm scanning it. Its scales from the neck and the gills down. Its gray-green scales go all the way down, and it turns into a tail.
Okay.
It doesn't have a point to it. It doesn't have, well, like a cat of nine tails or anything like that. It just goes straight down. It's got a rounded end point. And it's got a gray fog or mist around it.
Okay.
Around the lower regions of it. Above the head, an orange yellow cloud resembling fire. It's not a disc.
Okay. And what is
It's
that?
kind of got acrid, noxious odors.
And what does this orange disc represent?
It's not a disc.
Okay, this orange whatever.
It's kind of like burning of the sky, of the clouds. It's kind of like that. It looks like hell coming through. In that spot in my view, it's almost dusk with the sun going down. So it's kind of like a fire cloud hole above its head.
Okay. Okay. So
after I don't take that agreement with him, then he turns into a big snake. And then the snake comes up. It's a 14-foot snake. It's red. Forked tongue. Comes up in front of me. It's got the diamond head, so it's venomous. It's giving me another chance. I finally stand up and I tell him, no, I will not forsake my God, my mother, my father God. There is no deal you can make with me.
And then what happens?
Vanishes.
And you're still there in the rocks?
And then, no, I'm in the desert. I'm in the dunes. And then I am taken from that scene, and I am placed on a white alabaster wall. I am overseeing a great village built of alabaster stone, diamonds sparkling, golden roofs, 12 orbs, clocking, spinning, crystals.
And why are you there?
I am absorbing.
Absorbing what?
The crystal energy, the information that I need to take on my journey in the future.
Okay.
I will use the energies of the crystals on some of my current experience. I will take the energy from the 12 pearl orbs and I take them in.
Okay.
I pull in energy from the alabaster. I take gold from the rooftops and I feed myself.
With what?
Gold.
You feed yourself with gold?
Yes.
Okay. How does that work? Are you still in a physical body?
No.
Okay.
I am home. I am being replenished and given new programs and new trials, which are not pretty.
Okay. All right.
But I am told that all will be glory after the suffer.
Why does there have to be suffer?
I am leaving a footprint. I am to make a footprint, and that footprint will be like an earthquake.
Where?
On the realms of Gaia.
And when are you going to do this footprint?
It is there.
So you've already done it?
Yes.
Okay. And
It just keeps waving over and over again through timeline and timeline and timeline. It keeps waving. It's a distraction. Although the negative polarity in this experience, in this game, has overpowered and presented their programs. And programmed all human beings, the wave still generates as a disruptor.
And this wave, what is it disrupting?
It's disrupting the black web. The black web can't fully fill in as long as my wave is activated.
So the wave is preventing negative polarity from filling in the black web?
Correct.
Okay. And how long has this wave been occurring?
Since my crucifixion.
Okay.
Blood dripping from the head, from the crown, from the thorns. Tiny waves. Tiny waves into the ground, into the sediment.
Okay.
Into Gaia. Way down, way down, way down. Core. Blue core. Crystal. Waves. Talks to the whales. Talks to the dolphin. Talks to the MERS. Records home.
Okay. So let's go to the last day of that lifetime where that's occurring. And now you're there. Tell us what's happening.
I carry the cross. It's very unbalanced. My Marys are here. The others are scared.
Okay.
I think my brother helps me with the cross a little bit. I can't see. I can't see.
Why can't you see?
Blood.
Oh, from your head?
Mm.
Okay.
I just keep moving. I don't feel the whip. I don't feel that. I feel the weight of the cross. I feel each grain. In the wood, I feel the energy of the wood. I feel the consciousness of the wood. It is absorbing the physical pain and comforting me, and also feeding me. It's very odd. But I am learning to love this cross that is mine. And the people cry and taunt and throw rocks. They can't hurt me. I can't be hurt. Everyone needs to know I cannot be hurt.
Okay. So then what happens?
They get me to the platform. They lay my cross out, crucifix, cross. I don't think we called them cross then.
But what does it look like, this cross?
I would say it's about 14, 15 feet tall. I know people portray me as tall, but I'm not very tall. And I'm very thin. They tie my feet, cross over the other, cross it out, and tie my hands one side of the prime to the other side of the prime. Body aligned with a meridian. Some little wooden thing underneath my feet. They put in the spike. And people gasp. And I gasp with them.
That must hurt.
It did not hurt.
So
I'm observer now.
what does this spike look like?
It's a big iron. Probably about 9 inches. 9 inches long. It's thick. Chiseled 4 sides. 4 sides. 3 sides. Yes, chiseled at 3 sides. For optimum spikiness, I guess. By the way, I like to make jokes. Then my hands, then they do my palms. People gasp. I gasp for them. I hurt for them.
Why do you hurt for them?
I love them.
Okay.
They're my brothers and sisters and children. I will always love them. And then with ropes, they haul up this cross section wood. And I hang there.
Is there anyone else around you? Are you the only one?
No, there are people there witnessing.
But I mean, you're the only one on a cross?
Oh no, there's the 2 others. But I don't understand why they were even up there. They didn't do anything.
So,
Now me, I was an antagonizer. I understand that. I didn't always behave my best. I was angry and mad. I was a fighter. I could love, but I was passionate and ardent.
okay.
I want to say I hung there for That's what I watched. 7 hours. It had to come with a pole and do a little dip test on me.
They did what?
Had to stick the spike in my rib cage to pierce the heart.
Oh, to kill you?
Make sure I was not present on the earth.
Okay.
But I was still here.
So, while you're up,
They did not pierce the heart. They did not pierce the heart.
what did they do?
Okay. They didn't get that far.
What happened?
They stopped.
Why?
Mary stopped them.
How did she do that?
She's good at pleading and bartering. She's good at barter. She knows how to use that energy, that flow. She can switch things in their brains. Very talented.
Okay. So then what happens?
Then people dispersed. And I was taken from the wood cross. Spikes removed. A little wood thing, platform removed. Oh, maybe it wasn't removed. Maybe it was the body that looked distorted. Yeah, the body was distorted when removed.
What is that you're doing with your hands?
Palladian. The three Marys were there and they cleaned the blood. They wiped the blood from my body.
Now, is the body still alive?
Body's still alive.
Okay. What?
But Mary Magdalene doesn't understand. I don't understand why she doesn't know that.
So she thinks you're dead?
In all the grief, I believe she thinks I'm dead.
Okay.
So they are made to leave, and the guards take the body. Oh, no. Lazarus? No. Brothers take my body to the tomb. It's been prepared. They swathe me tightly and lay me on the bed. They kiss me and they pray. They cry. They cry like babies. They are there for a while. I am observer, so I am watching.
Okay. So where are the guards in all of this?
They escorted the body to the tomb, but they left the two apostles with them. 2 apostles with me. And then they got tired of waiting around and they left.
Okay. All right, so the apostles cry and kiss you, and then eventually what happens?
They rolled the stone over the entrance.
Why do they do that?
They don't want the spirit to escape. They want to make sure that it's locked in the cave. A superstition.
Okay, is that something you taught them?
No.
Okay. Is that just...
Oh, no, it's just the way things were done. It was how the burials were.
Okay. Well, they didn't put everybody in a cave and roll a rock over it. I mean, weren't they just burying people in the dirt back then?
Some, but not most. I mean, there's some type of mausoleum or cave opening. There's lots of underground ley lines and caverns. And sometimes families are buried together in these. So, no, not everybody got rolled over in a ditch.
Okay, so this is an accepted practice, to put the body in a cave and then put a rock over the cave. And
yes, or in a mausoleum and cover the mausoleum up.
Okay.
Or if you look at mummies, they will mummify the body so the spirit will not be let loose or protected from any other drifting spirits, and then put into the into their mummified cases and put into mausoleums or pyramids. So that is how that was done.
Okay. So let's move forward from that scene to where something else happens, because the body's not dead. So what happens next?
Well, Mary comes. Well, Mary was with the apostles and some disciples, but I don't really recall too much of that because I was still in my space. But she comes, and I've already had the arcs come and roll back the tombstone, and I went back into body and rose.
You said the arcs come and roll back the tombstone. What is that? What are you talking about?
The high archangels come, and Gabriel and Michael come and roll back the tombstone.
Okay. And how'd they do that?
Well, I guess they can blow on it.
Okay.
These archangels are very expansive. ions that I guess look like angel wings. They are not angel wings. They are masses of phonic protons, ion matter that can increase in energy or decrease. Depending on the application needed, they can be feminine or masculine energies. There is no sex or gender to any of them.
Okay.
So they do have the power to just come as a rolling cloud and move it.
Okay, so...
which was probably what you want to know.
Yes, yes. So the stone has been removed and you're back in your body. Now what happens?
I am back in the physical body, but the body is then transported to a higher dimension or frequency. I am now ladling matrices. So I can come and go from any dimension up to the home beach. I could go there or come back. So I am ladling.
What does that mean, ladling?
Ladling means I can cross over the bridge into dimensions and absorb into light body or manifest into a physical body.
Okay. And this bridge you're talking about, what does that do?
Well, as you know, the earth has several realms to it.
Yes, I know that.
With a tunnel, and you know this,
I
that
know
goes through this.
Mm-hmm.
This is the bridge. Depending where you are in your aging, you can cross into these bridges. Not everyone, I shouldn't put it that way. Not each being can cross into these bridges or through these bridges because they need to match those frequencies.
Yep, okay.
That is what ladling is.
Okay.
So when Mary came to the tomb and saw that I was gone, I could come back into that third dimension. As I was surrounded in light, silhouetted, she sobbed over the stone and over the linens. And when I called to her, she thought I was an angel. And then it took a while for me to let her know that I was still of substance, but I had to go and do my next experience. But I would go to the group, to the apostles and some disciples, to some brothers, to let them know that I am all right.
Okay.
But they were angry and scared. I did tell them to break up and move out into different geographic areas, as it was too dangerous to stay, now that the body was gone.
Okay.
They will be searching them and finally torturing and killing them. Although I did not want to say that, but that was the end result.
All right.
Mary and I had to part.
Well, are you still in the physical at this point?
I am in physical.
Okay. So why did you part?
I could not do anything else in that timeline.
All right. So from there, where did you go?
I walked east.
But you're still in that timeline?
Fifth dimensional timeline.
Okay.
Seen but unseen, as some of you are now. The environment of hate and physicality could no longer reach me.
Okay. And your experience of this fifth dimension?
Mm-hmm.
What was it?
I am in physical form.
Okay. So you're still in physical.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
With the ability to bridge or ladle.
All right.
As needed.
And what are you doing now as you're walking east and you're in...
I am saying goodbye to Mary. Mary is my wife. I have 3 children with Mary.
Okay.
They will be going west. And my Uncle Joseph will take care of them. And I go east to the monks to gain enlightenment. Note that Mary and I are still energetically connected. And in that space, we can sleep and love each other and communicate and have touch. But physically, we are not seen together. So there is space between us, but there is, to us, no such thing as space.
Okay. All right. Let's do this. Let's drift away from that life. Let's go back to that lifetime just a little bit, because that's a pretty important lifetime for us humans here on Earth. Everybody knows about it. Who were you in that lifetime?
I am a fractal of God.
Okay.
What you call God. We don't have words. We don't have names. But we use names that are relatable to the human beings and of their programmings, of their religious and faith programmings. Sorry. But naming is very hard. And even the Hebrew name. I will say, that I am 3.
And what is that?
Yeshua.
Okay. All right. And the purpose of that lifetime, was it made manifest?
Yes.
Okay. And the channelings that were brought forward in that lifetime, who wrote those down?
They were channeled by the prophets. Through me. I guess you could say I wrote them. Old Testament.
Okay.
Not all of Old Testament. Mary Magdalene has my word. Peter has my word. Luke has my word. John the Baptist has my word. James the Elder has my word. Matthew has my word. But the baseline of that is to spread love, unconditional love, community, love for fellowship and mankind and womankind and childkind and animal kind, and let that wave cover the world. That is the word of God. So if that word is taken and properly distilled, but not all is, this is the problem with sometimes the written word. Parts of the brain distill and understand it how their brain was created to understand it. It may not be necessarily the right and only way. But the only true way is to fully love, and that is not of the flesh. That is more of a etheric love.